In this video, I'm going to cover the pros and cons of having and using a credit card and whether it should be a tool that we actually use. So let's get started. So let's go over the basics of credit cards. Obviously, most of you already know this, but let's start here. So you apply for a credit card. You get the card, hopefully, if you have enough credit that they accept you. And there's things on the card that you have to contend with. First of all, there's a credit limit. So that's how much you can actually put on the card, how much debt you could take for a given month. There's a payment cycle. So the payment cycle consists usually of a month, roughly about 30 days. So your bill is usually due once every 30 days. And then, yes, you must be aware of the APR or the interest rate. Once you look at that, once you ask for that, once you look for the fine print on that, you may be scared to death and super surprised of how high it actually is. And then there's minimum payments. Now, minimum payments, we'll talk about that just a little bit right here. That's the minimum amount due. And I'm just going to make up a generic example. Let's say you charged $1,000 last month and the minimum payment due is $25. And that's all you have to pay out of that $1,000 that you purchased last month. I'll tell you right now, you do not want to do that. It will come back to bite you. But you have to be aware of the minimum payments. So there must be a reason why a lot of people use credit cards. There's got to be advantages, right? And there are. So one of the advantages is that people can get miles and points and other benefits by charging on their card. This is a great way for the credit card company to get you sucked into their system because of these points. They seem valuable. They have anything from $1 spent will give you 1 point or even 1% back on your card, for example. So let's talk about that. So if you charge $1,000, some cards may give you 1% back on that in cash or in gift certificates or anything you want to buy, that type of thing. Or they have mileage cards. If you're someone that likes to fly a lot, you can get 1 mile, 2 miles, sometimes 3 miles per dollar that you spend on the card, depending on the particular card. These seem like great benefits, and they can be. Another reason why people use credit cards is convenience and fraud protection. It's easy to pull the card out of your wallet and slap it on the machine and get ready to buy something. It's a piece of cake. It's easy to use Apple Pay on your phone or your watch to pay for something. It's simple, it's convenient, it's so easy to purchase. Some people like to get a credit card because it helps them build their credit score. So they can buy or purchase something or borrow some money down the road, and they're showing that they have the ability to borrow money and pay it back. I like what Dave Ramsey says about a credit score. It's an I love debt score, which is really true because the higher the score, the better you are at taking debt out and paying it back. Something interesting to think about there. An I love debt score. A credit card is great for emergency use. If you run out of cash or you don't have cash, most places accept a credit card. There's a lot of places I found out now, which is crazy, that will not accept cash. They will only take a debit or credit card or some other type of payment besides cash. That is new and it's becoming, for me, a little unfortunate. And another benefit is protection. A lot of these cards have protection. If you rent a car and you go out and damage happens to the car, you get into an accident, they have automatic protection built in the car. Now, these all vary from card to card, so you have to look at the specific details. But they do offer purchase protection on certain items. They offer rental protection on certain rental car situations. So a lot of people like that because of the added protection. But each card is different. Here are some of the downsides of having and using a credit card. First of all, the interest rate is extremely high. As I talked about earlier, it will shock you how high it is. So you don't want to use a credit card to finance certain things because there's better ways to do it. Also, credit cards have penalties and late fees. So if you're 1 day late, the fee that they can stamp on you, the fee that they can charge you is really outrageous. I equate it to playing with rattlesnakes. So for example, let's think about this. Does anyone ever suggest that you should play with rattlesnakes? Of course not. And that's what it's like playing with these cards sometimes, is that you may pay it late, you may not pay it on time, you may pay the minimum balance due. And that's like playing with snakes because, boom, it will bite you. You will be shocked what they charge you if you're one day late. And if you play with snakes often enough, if you play with rattlesnakes specifically often enough, they will bite you. And that's what a card's like. That if you get a little messy, get a little sloppy, it can bite you. Credit cards actually encourage psychologically overspending because it's so easy. It doesn't feel like you're spending. There's no pain. You know, when you're using cash and you have $100 in your wallet and then you buy something for $50, you only have $50 left, like you have a sense of loss to some degree that the money's going away and I only have $50 more left. On a card, it's almost infinite. It's really not, but it seems infinite. It's easy. It doesn't hurt. It's emotionally simple. So studies have been shown statistically that you will spend more money in your life using a credit card than if you were to pay cash, because cash hurts just a little more. If you misuse your card and you get sloppy, it will definitely damage your credit score. So there's definitely a few downsides to having and using a credit card. So let's talk about when credit cards are okay. Credit cards are okay if you absolutely, positively pay off the balance each and every month. They're okay if you're using them for expenses that are already planned and make things automatic. For example, you have the same phone bill each month, you have the same utility bill each month. The things like this are great for a credit card because it's going to be the same whether you pay them via a debit card, via a check, or something like that. It's not like you're adding things to the card and going out and buying things easily. You're going to pay these expenses anyways. Credit cards are okay to use when you need detailed data for your tracking and spending. What did you spend each month? What did you spend for the year? All this data is saved into one place so it's easy to access so you can make better decisions in the future. So now all of this begs the question of, should you have credit cards? There's people on both sides of the fence. People say most definitely yes, you should have a credit card. It's very convenient. It's a modern way to purchase things. And there's other people that say absolutely no. No debt. Use a debit card instead of a credit card. And let me tell you what I think about all this based on my history and the way I have lived my life. Is credit cards are okay if you do one thing every single month, and that is pay off the balance completely every single month. If there's one time that that doesn't happen, you lose, in my opinion, you lose the right to use a credit card because it will kill you mentally, financially, and psychologically paying those types of rates. You just cannot keep your head above water if you play that game. So if you want to use a credit card and take advantage of the points and the miles and all the other benefits I mentioned before, you absolutely must pay the credit card off each month. Don't carry a balance. Don't pay the minimum payment due. Don't get cash advancements. Don't use it for purchasing on last moment things, like when you're in the store and you're like, oh my gosh, I see this. I didn't plan on buying it, but I'm gonna buy it anyways. It's too easy. You're gonna spend more money. It's been shown you're gonna spend more money when you can buy that easily. So in conclusion, if you want to use your card for monthly expenses that you're gonna pay anyways, and if you're gonna pay your card off each and every month, it's okay to use a credit card. If you can't do that, you should not have a credit card. Don't play with snakes. They will bite you. And I have a little rule that if you miss paying your bill one time, you get a pass. The next time you miss paying your bill, you need to cut that card up, throw it away, and not use a credit card again until you can change your behavior. Because you're playing with a financial tool that could have its benefits, but the downside is huge if you don't play the game correctly. Let me know in the comments below what you think of credit cards. Do you think people should have credit cards, or should they not have credit cards? Is it black and white, or is it okay to have a credit card if you're super responsible and pay it off each month. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video and you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. And remember, if a lawn boy can do it, so can you.